This is Alex Hare welcoming you to Brian Lawrance, Australia's Mr. Versatility, a look at the life and music of Australian entertainer Brian Lawrance. Brian Vinrace Lawrance was born in Adelaide, South Australia on the 13th of October 1909. He became stage-struck after seeing a revue starring the English comedian Claude Dampier at the Adelaide Opera House at the age of 3. He began as a boy singer at school concerts, churches and local halls, accompanied on the piano by his mother, Kathleen. By 1916 and then for 2 years, Brian sang for war wounded at local hospitals and fundraising events, all the time gaining a name for himself. Two popular titles at the time were At the Call of Britannia and Let Me Like a Soldier Fall. By 1918, Brian and his mother had moved to Sydney, where he was approached by music publisher J. Abbott. He suggested that Brian would be a good bet to plug his latest titles on the Sydney cinema circuits. That was the start of his paid professional work. J.C. Williamson, the noted impresario, engaged Brian to sing 2 songs in his 1918 revue, Hello Everybody, at Her Majesty's Theatre. Following this, he was cast in the production of Maytime at the Criterion, in which he sang Sweethearts. In 1919, the show had to be hastily moved to Melbourne due to a devastating influenza pandemic. At the end of the run of Maytime, Brian returned to the cine variety circuit. At the age of 13, Brian joined Pat Hanna's Famous Diggers, remaining with the troupe for 3.5 years. This took him all over Australia and New Zealand. All the while, Brian was honing his fiddle playing and in 1922 was competent enough to win first place at an Eisteddfod in Brisbane. Leaving Pat Hanna in 1926, Brian became a solo turn on the nation's variety circuit. He was very popular, and it is at this time that he was invited by Columbia Records in Sydney to attend their Homebush studios to cut 2 sides in February of 1927. The first of these was the traditional Sally Horner.
There's a little girl who charms the world as well as me, with her eyes of blue so sweet and true, and heart so free. Many hours amid the flowers do I pass with her, Sally Horner round the corner, little one so dear. Now I wonder as I ponder if she's true to me, if I'm any of the many, will she constant be? None completer, none is sweeter in this world of ours. Sally Horner round the corner in her home of blood. She is very shy and merry in her roguish way. I adore her more and more in all my lovely days. Always sewing, fondly wooing for her heart divine, Sally Horner round the corner, oh, she must be mine. Now I wonder as I ponder if she's true to me, if I'm any of the many, will she constant be? None completer, none is sweeter in this world of ours. Sally Horner round the corner in her home of flower.
On the other side of the disc was Love's Old Sweet Song, written in 1884 by the Irish composer James Lynam Molloy.
When on the world the mists began to fall, out of the dreams that rose in happy throng, lo, to our hearts love sung an old sweet song. And in the dusk where fell a firelight gleam, softly it wove itself into our dream. Just a song at twilight, when the lights are low and the flickering shadows softly come and go. Though the heart be weary, sad the day and long, still to us at twilight comes love's old song, comes love's old sweet song. Just a song at twilight, when the lights are low and the flickering shadows softly come and go. Though the heart be weary, sad the day and long, still to us at twilight comes love's old sweet song.
Brian Lawrance in his 18th year and his first commercial recording on the Columbia label. Not long after this recording was issued, Brian and his mother, at the suggestion of some visiting English artists, decided to go and try their luck in the UK. They arrived there on March 20th, 1927. J.C. Williamson had given him a letter of introduction to his London booking agent. It was not long before he obtained the juvenile lead in the revue Whitebirds, starring Maurice Chevalier, which opened at His Majesty's Theatre on May the 31st, 1927. Back with more after this break.
Oh, we can't show all the pictures, so we only show the best. The others get the rest. You can put it to the test. Sure, ring your girlfriend right away. When she hears the news, she'll say hooray and hurry along to Ahoy Suburban Theatre. Don't delay, go right away. There's lots of fun for everyone at Hoy's Suburban Theatre.
By mid-1931, Brian had secured his first UK recording contract, working as one half of HMV's vocal duo Eddie and Rex. The other singer was Jack Lorimer, who worked for the British music publisher Francis Day and Hunter. Let's listen to both sides of one of their early HMV 78s, both numbers recorded in London on the 13th of June 1931. The support orchestra is the New Mayfair Orchestra, conducted by Ray Noble. First we hear It Ain't No Fault of Mine, and then Tan Tan Tivy Tally Ho.
Late again, Eddie.
Well, it ain't no fault of mine.
All right, old boy, don't make a song about it.
Why not? That's a great idea. Come on, boys, let's go. They say that Mary had a lamb and its fleece was oh so white. But everywhere that Mary went, the fleece was sure to bite. Oh, it ain't no fault of mine. Oh, it ain't no fault of mine. If garlic makes the baby strong, it ain't no fault of mine. The look of my wife, said Joe, I'm going to Dr. Twine. I'll come along with you, said Bill, I hate the sight of mine. Oh, it ain't no fault of mine. Oh, it ain't no fault of mine. If rhubarb's always in the pink, it ain't no fault of mine.
I say, Eddie, how's your wife?
Oh, pretty fair, old boy, pretty fair.
That's funny, I thought she was a brunette.
Spotted dog has passed away, I hear. He was so stout it took 12 men to carry out the beer. Oh, it ain't no fault of mine. Oh, it ain't no fault of mine. If hot air fails to raise the wind, it ain't no fault of mine.
Oh, baby, ain't no fault of mine. Oh, baby, doctor, please. Oh, it ain't no fault of mine.
Have you got the horn? Oh, yeah. Well, sound it, my good fellow, sound it. No, that's not the way to wind a hunting horn. Oh, well, I'll try unwinding it. No. Blow it, don't suck it. Oh, dear me. Good morning, huntsman. It's a simply topping hunting morning, what? By George, we had a wonderful run over hedges and ditches and rushes and flitches until finally we brought home the bacon demi.
First in the field with a hunt that year, we started off with a huntsman's cheer. I was in charge of the huntsman's beer. Tan, tivy-tally-ho. Sharp on the stroke of 9 we went, an hour in the lavender field we spent. That put the dogs right off the scent. Tan, tivy-tally-ho, tally-ho. Then the horn began to blow, and away we start to go, with a high G up and a high G whoa. At the head of the field was Major Snell. He hired a horse from the tram hotel. The horse wouldn't go till they rang the bell. Tan, tivy-tally-ho.
My dear old fellow, your hunting boots are a terrible shape. You should keep them on trees.
I did, but the birds would lay eggs in them.
We came to a fence with a good take-off. The horse I rode was a regular top. He'd have cleared it well, but he stopped to cough. Tan, tivy-tally-ho. A man running up to Uncle Bob said he had come from a Mr. Cobb who wanted his horse for a funeral job. Tan, tivy-tally-ho. Hark away! We were harking all the day, but it didn't seem to pay, for the fox was fast and the dogs were slow. Something happened to Parson Rook. He came a cropper at Beaver's Brook and thoroughly wetted his doomsday book. Tan, tivy-tally-ho.
Tally-ho.
Tan, tivy.
Tally-ho.
Tan, tivy.
Tally-ho.
Tan, tivy. Oh, don't.
Tally-o. Tan, tivy. Tally-o. Tan, tivy. Tally-o. Tan, tivy.
Hello, Squire. Are you going to the meet? Meat's no good to me. I haven't a tooth in my head. What a marvellous scent this morning.
That's not scent, that's disinfectant.
Brian Lawrance and Jack Lorimer as Eddie and Rex with It Ain't No Fault of Mine and Tan Tan Tivy Tally Ho. To close this first edition of the program, here is Brian singing with Maurice Winnick and his band, Roll Up the Carpet. It was recorded for Edison Bell Winner Records in London on September 22nd, 1933.
Chairs, get some music on the radio. Don't mind the neighbors who live downstairs, they went out to see a show. Roll up the carpet, push back the chairs, then be sure that all the lights are low. Dance with the girlfriend, the one who cares, tell her that you love her so. When you're feeling tired of dancing, try to find a place to park. Go to any cozy corner, take advantage of the dark. Roll up your troubles, fold up your cares, just forget you haven't got a dime. Roll up the carpet, push back the chairs, you're bound to have a wonderful time. River played in ragtime, mon here, Alexander's ragtime band.
Brian Lawrance, Australia's Mr. Versatility, was prepared and narrated by Alex Hare.